Hello friends, welcome to this channel. My name is Ashok Sen Gupta from School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. Today, we will discuss the topic project management process. This is a topic is a part of project management syllabus in MBA 4th semester. In this topic, we will understand that how a project management goes through, what are the different stages of project management. So, let us start the topic. According to the PMBOK guide, project management body of knowledge by the Project Management Institute PMI, a project management life cycle having 5 distinct stages including initiation, planning, executing, monitoring and closure, that combines to turn a project idea into working product. So, each and every project having its own process, but basically there are 5 stages or 5 slabs of project management or process of project management, which includes initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and closure, that combines to turn into a project management, because project management is a very important and responsibility work, and project manager have to see all these stages properly for the project management process. So, first stage is initiation, second stage is planning, third is execution, fourth is controlling and sixth is closure. As all the project have its own life cycle, every project have to close. So, at the end, the last stage of the project management process is closure of the project or handover of the project. So, let us discuss one by one what we understand by initiation. Defines project goal. Initiation defines, it is a just summary, defines project's goal, create business cases, complete the project characters, draw up the list of shareholders. This is the initiation part. Define project goals, create business cases, complete the project characters and draw up the list of the stakeholder who are going to participate in the project. Second is planning, define the scope of work, create project plan, budget, define responsibilities. Allocation, execution, allocation resources, allocation of management, building project process and meet often the fixed issues as they arise. Fourth is controlling and monitoring, tracking the efforts, cost, monitoring the project and take the decision making, and at last handover, deliveries, review the project, get product approval and documentation. So, these are the sub part of the various stages of project management: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and completion. We will elaborate, I will discuss each and every part in this slide. So, let us work for go for the first one, project initiation. Project initiation phase is the first stage of turning an abstract idea into a meaningful goal, In this stage, you can need to develop business defined ideas at broader level. In order to do that, we have to determine the need of the project and project character. So, when we talk about any initiation, we have an idea, we must have an idea in our mind which kind of project we want to go, we want to do, how this project helped us commercially or socially also, how it give us beneficial to the society. Therefore, idea generation and inception of the project is very important part, where we think to start a project in any sector, either in manufacturing a product or services or infrastructure development, software development. In order to need that this project such idea, we have to create a project characters. Let us take example. If we talk about Lucknow, we have we are seeing lots of infrastructure development nowadays, and one of the helpful infrastructure development is Lucknow Metro Rail. It is very convenient and it's reduce the cost of journey or time. If someone want to reach railway station or airport. So, first idea to initiate a metro in Lucknow is a first stage, project initiation. Government want to establish metros, or they think that now Lucknow having a large number of population, and there is a huge number of people moving from one place to another for the job purpose, for the any purpose. Connectivity of Lucknow State railway station and airport is now to the all part of the world or India. So, there is huge movement of the people, and we need a metro, because the government think about that Lucknow must be a metropolitan city. Therefore, in this case the idea is to start the metro rail service in Lucknow, and this is the project initiation. This is project initiation. If any software company design a software or AI approach software which help to the car driver to drive a car automatically. So, it is auto driver car, and this is a project, this is an idea. Without driver, car is running. This type of projects are always looking forward by the funders. NASA having its own project, Chandrayaan, ISRO having this own project, Chandrayaan was a project, Mangal mission was a project. Therefore, all the projects have some idea, and this idea is initiation part of that. Second is project planning. Now, if we having an idea what to do, now second part is planning of the completion, how we complete the project, how we reach our goal, how we get our goal. So, in planning we planned manpower, we planned resources, we planned structure of the project, structure of the organization structure, project structure rather say, project organization structure, how we raise the fund. So, planning is second stage, in which when we having the idea to do a certain kind of thing, certain product or services, now we plan how we collect the resources, how we assemble the various sources, manpower source and other kind of sources. Therefore, planning is also as much important as others, because without planning any project has failed, because planning is a very important part in any management theory. In management practices, management theories, we read that planning, organizing, decision making, controlling. So, planning is first plan the things, plan the time also, time taking to complete the project, plan how project helped the society, plan how we run the project without hamper the environment. So, these are all plannings and we need the approvals, planning for the approvals from the government agencies, organizations, etc. Smart goals. Smart goal is a tool which we use in our project management process, especially in planning, during planning. So, in this tool we use the word SMART, and S denotes specific, measurable, attainable, realistic and timely. So, we must plan specifically for different project. Each and every project or planning has measurable terms, it is in quality and quantity both. We measure in form of budget allocated to them and progress, expenses during the whole project. It is measurable, how much, how percentage of project completed during a time frame, it can be measurable. Attainable, goal must be attainable. Realistic, it must not, cannot be like in hypothetical situation, it must be in realistic. And third and last one is timely. All project must complete during a particular time, a time allocated to that particular project. If you delay in the time, the company have to face the financial losses, penalties. Secondly, proper use of that project is not socially not get the proper use of that, if not isn't timely, if you not finish that product. Next tool is C.L.E.A.R. C.L.E.A.R goal. C, collaborative, L for limited, emotional, appreciable and refinable. All 5 are the part clear, your goal must be clear when we focus on that, and the core is collaborative. Core is collaborative, highlighted by dark blue. Then limited, your resources are limited, you have to involve in emotionally with any project. During the project all the things must be appreciable and refinable and refinable. Your idea, your thought during the project must be refinable. So, these are the two tools we are using in the planning: collaborative, C.L.E.A.R tool and SMART tools. Third is project execution. After completion of the any planning part of that project, now time to execute the project. We take the same Lucknow Metro example. Our UP government plan to establish metro rail facility in Lucknow. They plan with the authorities that the first route from the airport to the municipal area. They plan because this is the most important part. The railway station is covered, railway airport is covered, our famous Hazratganj area is also covered during this plan. Lucknow University, one of the famous university in India and oldest universities in India, also has covered during this plan path. After planning the company who want to give, to whom we give the tender, which is L&T, after planning the time duration, after planning the whole work, now it's time to execute, start the work. because after planning if you delay to execute, it may be possible your project will fail or not complete in proper time. Many times the situations come where after planning the execution, the gap between planning and execution, time gap is between execution and planning. In this time gap, due to inflation, sometime cost of the material increases and what we have the budget, our expenses exceeded the budget and we have to stop the project. Either it is a corporate project or an individual, and if someone want to start his own, constructed his own house and planning to do so, but it start later on after getting the fund, he not started quickly and make some delay. During this delay, cost of the cement, bricks, iron bars, furniture, or you can say wood items, electrical all increases. Now, if someone plan to complete his home or house, construct his house under the budget of 20 lakhs, take a loan from bank of 15 lakhs, now it is difficult to him to control the expenses, because most of the things having more expensive and you have a limited budget. So, execution workflow, the project, it is job of project manager to establish efficient workflow and carefully monitor the progress of the team. Another responsibility of project manager phase is to maintain the collaboration between project stakeholders. All are the stakeholders, suppliers, funding agencies, government. So, a project manager have a responsibility to maintain the collaboration, effective collaboration between the stakeholders. Every information must be transfer clear. There is a transparency in the information what is going on in the project. So, it is job of the project manager to boost up the morale of the team, carefully handle the team, executing the project according to their planning, according to the map or paperwork. During this is a continuous process. Fourth stage is monitoring and controlling. So, it is a continuous process, parallelly runs from planning. When we execute the project, we have to monitor the progress of the project weekly, daily, monthly, and control the variances, and control the, if there is any differences in budget, we can easily control at initial level. If we delayed, then it is uncontrollable. In case of construction work, there is a problem of labor supply. If you are monitoring the things properly and we have a backup, then we can control the situation where project are stopped due to lack of manpower, lack of labor. During the rainy season, how we control the work, how we try to manage the things, because when we digging the things there is a lot of water logging there. So, proper controlling and monitoring the progress of the project is a continuous process. Even it is in fourth phase, but it must be moved parallel from execution. If you move it parallel with the execution, then it is very easy to control the project at proper time. A project manager can make sure that no one divert from the original plan. establishing critical success factor and key performance indicators. The project manager have to study the critical success factors and also key performance indicator of the projects and monitor the project accordingly. Fifth stage is project closing. Every project life cycle has its end, and closing is the final stage of the project. Closing of the project indicates the end of the project after a final deliveries, when we hand over the project to the owner. There are many times when external talents is hired especially for the project on contract. Terminating this contract and complete necessary paperwork is also responsible for the project manager. It is nowadays is any sector. If you talk about the IT sector, our big IT companies are getting a tender, and their employees are hired by the other companies for some project. After completing the project, they have to hand over all the documentation. Sometimes they have to give them the trial or training to the employees who are actually working on that software. Most team holds a reflection meeting after the completion of the project in order to contemplate on their success and failure during the project. This is an effective method to ensure continuous improvement within the company to enhance the overall productivity of the team in the future. So, after the completion of the project, either this project is completed successfully or failed due to some work, this is the job of the project manager to involve each and every people who is part of that team and do some reflection meetings, try to study their weaknesses, strong points. If they are success, then how they get success in future also, what are the key areas, who is the key person whose role is very important. Sometimes the employee or some team worker also get rewarded due to his or her performance, which increases productivity. So, every project has a end, a closure. So, just a recap in this overall topic. Today we will discussed on project management process. This process having the 5 stages. First stage is initiation. Initiation stage covers the project goals, project characters, then planning defines the scopes, execution of the projects. In planning, we discuss the tools like SMART goals, C.L.E.A.R goals. Third stage is execution, where we input our resources there. Fourth is monitoring and controlling. So, monitoring and controlling is a part where it is going parallel with the project. We must understand how to control the things in the project, monitor each and every step of the project. Fifth is project closure. Fifth is project closure. Similarly, as initiation is important, closure is also important, because the project company who is doing the work of project hand over the detailed document, all the things to the owner. Project manager responsibility to boost up the team if it's get success, maintain the morale of the team if they have failed. So, this is all about today's topic, which is known as project management process. There are some references for your future. You can take references from these points, and hope you understand this topic. Thank you for watching this video.